What is up, everybody? My name is David Hanson, and welcome to David Hanson's MMA show. We are here for UFC Fight Night, Brunson versus Holland, and we have already had a lot of fights happen. I'm late to the party, but we are here. The co-main event just got over, and Max Griffin had a devastating knockout over his opponent. And what an exciting main event we have coming up here shortly. We have Derek Brunson taking on streaking Kevin Holland in a five-round main event. And it's a pretty pivotal fight in the middleweight division. And the reason why I say that is because Kevin Holland is currently on a 5-fight winning streak, currently looking to make it 6. And Derek Brunson already have faced the champion once before, is looking to redeem himself and get back to that position to take on the champion once again. Right now, Max Griffin is currently in the interview zone being interviewed by the great Paul Felder. And then we are going to get to the main event. Anybody that's joined so far, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. We're going to have a lot more content coming to you. How's everybody's night going so far? All right, Max Payne Griffin is heading off away from the interview zone, and we are going to get to the main event here shortly. All right. And we actually had some breaking news a little while ago during the broadcast. And that is that Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega next week at UFC 260 is postponed due to COVID protocol on Alexander Volkanovski's end. And it looks like they're going to be keeping this fight together and looking to postpone it and rebook in the near future. And so we will have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see when they rebook that. And I will make sure to keep you guys up to date. And we will get the news out as soon as possible. All right, Holland and Brunson are about to make their walkouts. So with Alexander Volkanovski and Brian Ortega being postponed, this definitely, I don't know what this does for the featherweight division. Currently, the number one contender waiting in the wings for this fight to get over is Max Holloway. And I don't know if Max Holloway will take another fight or just kind of wait until this fight gets rebooked and they get the result of this fight so they can move on with the championship. All right. Other breaking news just coming out the other day. Khabib Nurmagomedov has officially retired. Now, Khabib Nurmagomedov he retires undefeated, 29-0. As far as my stats show, he had, in his whole career, he had only lost 2 rounds. And so, pretty dominant career by the now former lightweight champion, Khabib Nurmagomedov. What a great career he had. And will he come out of retirement later on for 30-0? Who knows? Dana White kind of milked the cow on this one with the retirement aspect of Khabib. Khabib back at UFC 259. Sorry, UFC 254. He had announced his retirement. But Dana White still drug it on. Wanted to try to squeeze one more fight out of him, and I don't blame him. They get a dominant champion like that. Who wouldn't want to keep him around? So we will have to see what happens in the near future for Khabib. Maybe he'll come back later on. Maybe he won't. But as far as the Dagestanis go, the next person in the lightweight division from that camp we will have to take a look at and keep an eye on is Islam Makhachev. That guy is so good. The way he handled Drew Dober in his last fight was alarming. Drew Dober's tough. And he's a tough guy. And Islam Makhachev made very easy work of him. And in other news, with Khabib Nurmagomedov retiring, it was announced shortly after retirement that the lightweight title will be fought for on May 15th. Number 3 ranked Charles do Bronx Oliveira will be taking on Michael Chandler for the World Lightweight Championship on May 15th. Now, this is a very interesting matchup because Charles Oliveira is currently on, I believe, an 8-fight win streak. And Michael Chandler has only had 1 fight in the UFC. Now, granted, Michael Chandler is a former 3-time Bellator world champion in the lightweight division. But that's not the UFC. It's very well noted that the UFC is kind of like, I don't know, I would say maybe the big brother to the other promotions like Bellator, PFL, all those other promotions. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that fight. And Michael Chandler coming off of a nasty round 1 knockout over the then ranked number 6 ranked Dan Hooker. And it was just a beautiful, vicious knockout. And it's going to be a great fight. I cannot wait for this fight. I'm so glad that they were able to get the lightweight title back up and moving, back up rolling. They didn't hold up. They didn't continue to hold it up over and over and over again. Or sorry, for months and months and months, saying, is Khabib going to come back? Is Khabib not going to come back? Khabib did say that he did not want to hold up the division. But with that being said, Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler is booked for May 15th for the World Lightweight Championship. And I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Can Michael Chandler do it in his 2nd fight in the UFC? Very Anderson Silva-like, being a very well-noted lightweight from another organization, and then coming in and capturing the lightweight title in only his 2nd fight would be very, very unheard of. Very Anderson Silva-esque. And with the lightweight division still continuing on that, we have Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor is expected to play out this summer sometime. They were looking at an April date. But with UFC 261 in Jacksonville allowing fans, Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal will be main eventing that massive, massive card with 3 title fights on it. And just to fill you guys in, right now, currently the number 10th ranked middleweight in the world, Kevin Holland, is making his way to the octagon. And he is moving and grooving. And he looks like he is in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a great fight. All right. He is ready to go. He is walking up to the inspection zone for his pre-fight inspection. And this is a big fight in the middleweight division. Kevin Holland everybody likes to call him Big Mouth. But Kevin Holland, can he put himself on a 6-fight win streak and put himself in the top of the middleweight division? He's already ranked number 10. And so can he put himself back or further up into that echelon? He has the highest striking accuracy in the UFC middleweight history with 60.5%. He's tied for the most UFC wins in a calendar year, 5 in 2020, and he's finished 17 of 21 wins, 11 by knockout and 6 by submission. This guy, Kevin Holland, is a bad mamma jamma. And this is going to be a great fight. Let's see what he can do with Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson, a veteran in this sport, he has fought the who's who in the UFC. This is a great fight. Ever since this fight was booked, I could not wait for it. And we have much more middleweight matchups coming in the near future. On April 10th, we have number 4 ranked Darren Till taking on number 5 ranked Marvin Vettori. Now, Darren Till is 18-3-1. He had fought for the welterweight title in the past against Tyron Woodley, came up short. But he has what should I say? He really he decided to move up a weight class and really put that and really make his frame, his big, long, tall frame work in the middleweight division. And so coming off of a split decision win over Kelvin Gatstelum, and then he is just been on fire. And what can he do with Marvin Vettori? We will have to see on April 10th. And then on April 17th, we have the number one ranked middleweight in the world, Robert Whittaker, 23-5 versus number 8 Kelvin Gastelum, the fight that should have happened a long time ago. But we're getting it now on April 17th, and I cannot wait. Who is going to emerge themselves as the true number 1 contender for Israel Adesanya's championship? We will have to find out. And currently, Derek Brunson is currently making his way to the octagon. He's stepping up to the inspection zone, and he's vibing himself. He is ready to go. And once these guys step into the octagon, it is going to be fireworks, let me tell you. I cannot wait for this. Mouthpiece going in for Brunson. Let's see if Kevin Holland can knock that mouthpiece out, just like he did with Joaquin Buckley. All right. We are about to get going, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So with this being a middleweight fight, with Derek, what will a win with this fight mean? Israel Adesanya has already called out Darren Till. Darren Till needs to get a win to fight. Right now, Derek Brunson is third most knockouts in UFC middleweight history with 7, tied for fourth most finishes in UFC middleweight history with 8, and he has finished 15 of 21 wins with 12 knockouts. These guys know how to throw the leather, and let's see what happens. Kevin Holland is already – the stare down was great. Let's see if Kevin Holland doesn't get into Derek Brunson's head. The stare down was great after weigh-ins. It was fantastic. Kevin Holland was talking to him. They were staring down. He said, "Nice to meet you, man. I'm glad to finally meet you. Can't wait to get it in there." Said something about shaving his chest. It was definitely weird. And Kevin Holland, he likes to talk in his fights. So this is going to be a very interesting fight. All right. The tail of the tape is coming up. Derek Brunson, 37. Kevin Holland, 28. Kevin Holland with a 2-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage. Now, Kevin Holland weighing in at 183 pounds, 3 pounds below the middleweight limit, while Derek Brunson weighing in at the limit of 186 pounds. And so we are going to see what happens in this middleweight main event. What's up, everybody that's joined so far? How's it going? How's your day going? We are about to get going with this middleweight main event. 5 rounds in the middleweight division. Number 7 versus number 10. And the referee in charge will be Herb Dean. Make sure to give the video, the live stream, a like and a subscribe if you wish. We got more content coming to you guys. We have a lot of exciting fights coming up in the next couple months. Next weekend, we have the UFC Heavyweight Championship. Stipe Miocic will be taking on Francis Ngannou in a rematch. Their first fight, Stipe Miocic dominated the heavy-hitting knockout artist Francis Ngannou. Just completely dominated him with the wrestling. And just completely took away his punching power. He was tired by round 2, but Stipe just could not get that monster out of there. But Francis Ngannou has had very little octagon time in recent months because he has been just completely dominating his opponents. He has been blowing them away. I believe his last 4 fights, the longest he has spent in the octagon was 1 minute and 11 seconds. And so it is going to be a very exciting fight. Like I said, the featherweight title fight between Alexander Volkanovski and Brian Ortega, because of COVID protocol, is being postponed to a later date. And so that fight will not be on next week's card. But it doesn't matter. Next week, we have a great stacked card. But tonight, we have Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland in the main event, and we are about to get going here. Number 7th ranked Derek Brunson, he's 21-7 versus number 10th ranked Kevin Holland, 21-5. Kevin Holland is a very exciting fighter, and we are going to see. The time for talk is done. The time for talk is done, and we are going to see what Kevin Holland, Big Mouth as they like to call him, what he has to go. Round 1, here we go. No touch of gloves, and Kevin Holland is just toying with Brunson already. Very feints. Left body kick for Brunson, and it lands. But Holland, with very good pressure, pressuring Brunson back up against the cage. Very nice teep kick up the middle for Holland. And Brunson retreats. And now they meet back in the middle. Holland slips. And then Brunson lands a big right hand and drops Holland on the floor. And now Brunson is in Kevin Holland's guard. And we have got a ground fight going on, ladies and gentlemen. Monty, how's it going, man? Good to see you. We've got some great fights going on right now. Right now, Derek Brunson is in Kevin Holland's guard, and he is just beating him up. Kevin Holland's just kind of holding him there. But we only have 1 minute gone in the very first round, and so we have a lot of time to work right now. Derek Brunson with a nice left hand over the top of Kevin Holland's guard on the ground. Very short little rabbit punches to the body. Kevin Holland looking like he is trying to maybe push off and look for a triangle, or maybe just try to stand him. Ooh, nice hammer fist for Brunson. Nice left hand for Brunson getting through the guard of Holland. And Holland is posting his legs up like he's trying to get into a triangle position. But Brunson is just swarming him with nasty ground and pound right now. This is not a good position for Holland to be in. Brunson is an amazing wrestler, and Brunson has a Kimura lockup, almost locked up, but Kevin Holland gets out. Nice elbow for Brunson over through the guard of Kevin Holland. Now, Kevin Holland, what he should do right now, Brunson is still in the guard of Kevin Holland. He needs to try to make space and push off the hips and get free and get standing up. Kevin Holland does his best work on the feet, but Derek Brunson is swarming him with nasty ground and pound right now. Kevin Holland normally does a lot of talking during his fights. I guess he's talking right now, but I can't really make out what he's saying. How's it going, everybody? Let me know how you're doing in the chat. We are here for some exciting fights. We have 2 more matchups that I'm going to get to, maybe in between rounds. 2 more fights that have been booked. Very exciting fights in the bantamweight division that I'm going to announce here shortly. So stay tuned. We've got some big news of a returning fighter in the bantamweight division. Oh, nasty elbow for Brunson. Oh, but Holland is smiling. He likes it. Very nice little rabbit punches to the body for Brunson. Kevin Holland, he needs to push up. He needs to push off the hips right now, and he needs to break free. But right now, he's got a body triangle. It looks like he's comfortable in this position, but he's talking to him. Thanks, Monty. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here to support the channel. We've got a lot more content coming your way, or coming everybody's way here in the near future. We've got a lot of fights coming up. We have the heavyweight title fight next weekend. And then on April 24th, we have 3 title fights booked. We have Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal 2 for the welterweight title. And then we also have Valentina Shevchenko taking on Jessica Andrade. And then also the returning Weili Zhang will be taking on Rose Namajunas for the strawweight title. Valentina Shevchenko defending her title against her flyweight title against Jessica Andrade on April 24th. 27 seconds left here in the first round, and Brunson is still on top in Kevin Holland's guard with nasty, nasty ground and pound. This is not a good place. Kevin Holland needs to just sit here, I guess, and just survive for the next 10 seconds. The clapper just went off, but nasty, nasty elbows. Ooh, and he's up. But Kevin Holland is stunned. And we got the end of round number 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice dominant round for Derek Brunson here in the main event. UFC Fight Night, Brunson versus Holland. Let's see what round 2. There's 5 possible rounds here, but we will have to see if this is going to be a similar approach for Derek Brunson moving forward in the upcoming rounds. Now, while they are taking their break, we have some big news, ladies and gentlemen. We have number 3 ranked Rob Font, 18-4, will be taking on number 4 ranked Cody Garbrandt in the main event on May 22nd in the bantamweight division. Now, this is going to be a great fight, potentially a number 1 contenders fight, but we have another fight to get to in just a moment. We've got round 2 of this fight, Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland, starting right now. Right hand and misses for Kevin Holland. Nice left high kick for Kevin Holland, misses. Derek Brunson being very aware of the power and the distance of Kevin Holland. Nice left hand connecting for Holland. Both of these guys looks like they're very aware of the power of the other one. Kevin Holland, very tricky. He's kind of like a sharpshooter. He's telling Khabib to tell him when the shot's coming, but I don't think Khabib's there. Clinch up for Derek Brunson, and he's trying to get Kevin Holland taken down, but Kevin Holland's taken to him, and oh, a nice knee. It looks like it was almost low. And they break. And Kevin Holland is having fun in there, even though he's getting whooped. Brunson's, oh, nice right hand for Holland. Oh, and a right hand for Holland lands. Brunson backed up. And another left hand for Holland has Brunson on the floor. And Brunson has a single leg. He's grabbed onto the leg of Holland and has Holland trying to get him take down. But Holland is just smashing with hammer fist. Nice left hand for Brunson. Now Brunson has Holland back up against the cage. Damn, these boys have a chin. Nice clinch for Brunson and a nice takedown for Brunson. And Brunson has landed himself in half guard of Kevin Holland. Now look, he's looking to mount Kevin Holland or maybe move into, nope. Now he's got Kevin Holland mounted, and this is not a good position for Kevin Holland to be. He needs to scoot over to the fence, and he needs to push off and get this position reversed. But I don't know if he's necessarily close enough to the fence to push off and bridge away. And now he bridged away, and now they're scrambling. And it looks like Kevin Holland's trying for a heel hook, but he's not going to get it. And now Brunson went back into the half guard of Kevin Holland and ends up on top. But Kevin Holland needs to be careful because Brunson is looking for a head and arm triangle. He needs to be very careful. If Brunson switches positions and gets over his guard and gets onto the other side, Kevin Holland's going to be in some serious trouble. He's doing a great job. What he's doing right now is what they call it is answering the phone. He's keeping his arm up like that to prevent the triangle. But Brunson almost has the transition done to get onto that same side, and he's squeezing. Oh, man. Holland needs to be careful because Brunson is just passed to the side control position, and he has that head and arm triangle and deep. He's trying to push that hand of Holland away. And Holland needs to be careful because there's still 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this fight. Brunson is in a very good position to submit Kevin Holland right now. And he needs to be very careful. Because if not, I don't think the referee will stand them up because Derek Brunson is in a submission position. But who knows? Oh, very nice reversal from Kevin Holland, and he jumps up. That was a very slick reversal. He was able to roll and get out of there. Man, that was nice. How's it going, everybody that's joined? How you doing? Oh, and another takedown for Brunson. He ends up back in the guard of Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland with some nice slaps to the side of the head. We got 50 seconds left in this second round of this middleweight main event versus Kevin Holland and Derek Brunson. Ooh, nice hammer fist from Brunson. Brunson is doing very good at staying composed and waiting for the time to come. But he needs to be very careful because he got stung hard at the beginning of this round. But he was able to weather the storm and get him down. 20 seconds left in the second round. Round 2 ground strikes. We have 5 for Brunson and 6 for Holland, even though Holland has spent most of the time on his back. And he's still talking to him. 5 seconds left in the second round. Oh, nice elbows from Kevin Holland on the bottom. And Derek Brunson needs to be careful because just like in Kevin Holland's last fight against Jacare Souza, he knocked out Jacare Souza from the bottom. He was sitting on his butt and he went to get up and threw a right hook and knocked Jacare Souza out and finished it up, had him bent over in the Scorpio position. It was an amazing knockout. And it looks like Derek Brunson is doing very well. Man, that was a nice 4 right hooks from Kevin Holland. And Brunson needs to be very careful because those right hooks landed clean. And it put Derek Brunson down. But Derek Brunson's tough. He was able to weather the storm and was able to get Kevin Holland on his backside where Derek Brunson does his best work. But man, Kevin Holland really loves this. He's still just moving and grooving and vibing. Round 3. Here we go. Nice left hand and a right hand follows up and just barely misses for Holland. Let's see. They're just kind of in the middle, kind of gauging each other out. Kevin Holland has to be known of that takedown, has to be coming. Oh, nice right hand for Holland, but Brunson drops down, changes positions, and grabs a leg and was able to get the back of Kevin Holland and get Kevin Holland onto the ground. And now they're scrambling on the ground. And Kevin Holland is looking. It looks like he's looking for a triangle. He's got an armbar. Kevin Holland got an armbar on Derek Brunson right now. Oh, and Derek Brunson slips out. Looks like that Kevin Holland's trying to play more of the jiu-jitsu game now with Derek Brunson. And he needs to, now Derek Brunson goes back to the ground and goes back into the guard of Kevin Holland. And Kevin Holland kind of welcomed him there. 3.5 minutes left of this third round of this middleweight main event, excuse me. And now, because they're kind of just giving short little rabbit punches right now, but now they have to be mindful that they will get stood up if they're not busy. Derek Brunson needs to try to work for a better position, maybe a position to get a submission. Right now, he's kind of just chilling in the guard of Kevin Holland, just kind of doing short little ground and pound strikes. And Kevin Holland is striking back, trying to make some room to get up, but it's just currently not working. Little rabbit punches, little rabbit hammer punches from the bottom. They don't really have very much force to it. Now, Kevin Holland has the body triangle position from the bottom once again. So I don't know if he's trying to maybe look for a triangle. It looks like he's trying to isolate that right arm. Maybe he's trying to set up an armbar. Because Kevin Holland he's just being very patient in where his positioning is, and he's trying to bring his legs higher up on the back of Derek Brunson. And so he needs to be very careful of that. But Derek Brunson is a very good wrestler. He has to be aware of that. I don't think Derek Brunson would be caught in that very easily. And Holland with more ground strikes in round 3 again from the bottom. Derek Brunson with a nice right hand through the guard. Nice hammer fist from the bottom for Kevin Holland. And Kevin Holland's doing really great work of getting out of the shots of Derek Brunson coming over the top. Doing nice little smacks to the side of the head of Derek Brunson. He's keeping busy, even though he's being worked on the ground. And he's got that body triangle position from the bottom locked up once again. Nice ground and pound work on the ground from Brunson. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this third round. Derek Brunson in pretty good control, but Kevin Holland's had his moments too. It'd be interesting to see what the judges have on their scorecards. How's it going, everybody that has joined? That has joined since the last time I've checked. How you doing? Nice ground and pound strikes from Brunson, but he doesn't have a very much power on the nice elbow for Brunson. That was a good one. That one got through. That one got Kevin Holland's attention. 30 seconds left in this third round. And Kevin Holland trying to transition to make his way up to the ground, but it's just not going to – it doesn't look like it's going to work. He's got raining blows of Derek Brunson on top. Nice elbow through the guard of Kevin Holland. 10 seconds left, and Kevin Holland is still talking to Derek Brunson. And Kevin Holland, he's trying to talk to Derek Brunson in between rounds. Wow. So a piece of UFC history right now. Derek Brunson and Kevin Holland are both entering the fourth round for the first time in their careers. Brunson sitting down in the corner, but Holland is standing looking fresh. Brunson is doing a lot of work on the ground, trying to keep Holland contained, but Holland looks fresh. I don't know what to say. We're doing pretty well. All right. Here we go with round number 4. All right, they meet in the middle, and here we go. Nice leg kick for Holland, changing it up a bit. Brunson doing some nice feints for a takedown. Nice left hand for Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland needs to step up right now. He needs to put the pressure on Brunson. Nice left hand for Brunson, and nice left hand for Holland, and he backs up Brunson. Oh, nice right hand through the guard of Brunson. Oh, and Brunson clinches Holland, and Holland is trying not to hit the ground for sure. And Brunson has the back of Holland right now, and he's looking for a single leg. Oh, and Holland looks to go for a – I don't know what he was looking – maybe he was trying to throw Brunson, but Brunson has landed himself in side control. All right. It looks like Brunson right now has Holland on the ground. He's in Holland's guard. Nice little ground and pound strikes for Brunson. And Brunson with a pretty dominant wrestling heavy approach here against Kevin Holland, who's really amazing on the feet. Nice left elbow for Brunson. Nice ground and pound strikes. Looks like Kevin Holland is trying to push off to maybe transition for a submission. Nice ground and pound strikes for Brunson. Minute 28 seconds left in this fourth round. Nice elbow for Brunson. Kevin Holland pushing off the cage, trying to, another nice elbow getting through. And it looks like Kevin Holland was able to scramble and get back up to his feet momentarily. And now Brunson has him pressed up against the cage. 45 seconds left in this fourth round. Nice shoulder strike for Holland. Warning from Herb Dean. Hands out of the cage. Kevin Holland just looks like he's looking at himself in the monitor. 10 seconds left in this fourth round. And he's talking to the corner man, it looks like, of Derek Brunson. Elisa, hello. How are you? We got an exciting fight. Derek Brunson is dominating Kevin Holland. Continuous takedown after takedown. But Kevin Holland's doing pretty good work. He's been able to sting Brunson a couple times. Have a good night, Monty. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon. All right. We are about to get to this fifth and final round. All right, round 5. It is time for Kevin Holland to turn it on. He needs to come out guns blazing right now in this fifth round. Fifth round ready to go. And Derek Brunson wants nothing of a glove touch at all. He wants to get this fight done with. He is tired of talking. Kevin Holland needs to turn it on now, because if not, he's most likely going to lose. But he needs to win by knockout. Oh, and a teep to the face, just barely missing. That would have hurt if it would have landed. Nice jab for Holland. And Brunson being very, very aware. Oh, and Brunson stung Holland with a nice left hook. Ooh, left hand gets through for Brunson. Brunson very, very composed in this nice leg kick for Brunson. Brunson, he likes to get these newcomers on a streak. He took out Edmund Shabazian in his last fight. Ooh, nice left hand for Holland that gets through. Nice left hook and misses for Holland, and now they're clinching up in the middle. And Holland needs to be careful. He cannot let Brunson take him to the ground right now. He needs to disengage right now, and he needs to get out of this position, or he is going to be in a world of trouble if he ends up on the ground. He cannot end up on the ground again. Ooh, and Brunson's cut over the eye. They're just kind of clinch fighting right now. Kevin Holland needs to try to break away from this position because now Brunson has his hands locked behind the back. And now Holland with a takedown. Now Holland with a nice takedown, and he's screaming, "Let's go." Now Holland, he needs to get some work. And he's talking to him. I don't know what he's doing, but he needs to get to work. He's got 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in this round, and he needs a finish. Like he needs to work. He needs a finish if he's going to win this fight, because Derek Brunson has, for the most part, dominated Kevin Holland on the ground. And now Kevin Holland is in the guard of Derek Brunson, and he's not even really doing much work. Nice body shots for Holland. Just doing work on the ground. Now he's got Brunson in stat guard right now, and he's picking him up for a slam, and he slams him down back onto the canvas. I don't know what he's necessarily trying to do there, trying to go for another knockout by slam. But Brunson looked like he knew what was about to happen. Now Holland, he needs to get working. He's already got warning from the referee, and the referee's about to stand him up. I don't know if that's what he's working, but he's got 1 minute and 48 seconds left of this fifth and final round. Oh, heavy shots by Holland. And Brunson kicks him off, and they stand up. And now a touch of the gloves with 1.5 minutes left, and Brunson goes for a takedown. But Holland is using great takedown defense, but it doesn't work. Brunson was able to drag Kevin Holland to the ground. And it looks like that and they're right up against the cage. Kevin Holland is not in a very good position right now. He needs to move. He needs to get up. He's going to lose this fight. Final 60 seconds. Brunson in a very dominant position right now. Little short strikes for Brunson. And Kevin Holland's not in a very good position. He's kind of pinned up against the side of the cage right now. And he needs to, do what he's doing right now and try to kick off the cage. But Brunson was known to it, and he was able to switch positions and kind of adjust the legs. 25 seconds left in this fifth and final round. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, the winning streak of Kevin Holland is about to be snapped. 10 seconds left in this main event. And Kevin Holland is like walking off. And it looks like Kevin Holland was happy to just play around and lose. All right. We will see what happens when the official decision comes in. But it looks like, to me, Derek Brunson will be taking this win quite possibly 50-45. Quite possibly. If not 50-45, 49-46, I would say. Because he was very dominant on the ground. Even though Kevin Holland was getting shots through, it doesn't matter. Now, while we wait for the official decision, we have a returning former champion that will be making a fight against the surging Cory Sandhagen. The former bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw will be making his return after I believe over 2 years off, after a a infraction resulting in performance-enhancing drugs. But it's going to be a very exciting fight. And now we are here for the official decision. After 5 rounds, we will go to the judges' scorecards. 49-45, 49-45, 49-46, and 49-46. The winner, Derek Brunson, and Kevin Holland throws his hands up like he wins. Good respect by both of these two men. And what a fight that was. What a great win by Derek Brunson. Derek Brunson he looks like the streak killer. He snapped the streak of Edmund Shabazian. He snapped the streak of Kevin Holland. What's next for Derek Brunson? Is that enough to get him another title shot with Israel Adesanya? I don't think so. But we will have to see what happens in the near future of the middleweight division. Like I said, we have those upcoming fights. Just to remind you, we have number 4 ranked Darren Till taking on number 5 ranked Marvin Vettori on April 10th. A very important fight in the middleweight division. Very important why I say that is because Israel Adesanya, the current middleweight champion, called out Darren Till, saying if he gets a win, he wants to fight him next. Marvin Vettori, already fighting the champion, the only fighter to take Israel Adesanya to a split decision. So that would be a very interesting fight. And then the number 1 ranked Robert Whittaker will be taking on number 8 ranked Kelvin Gatstelum on April 17th. Another important matchup. The former champion Robert Whittaker, can he solidify his spot as the true number 1 contender to get that shot at Israel Adesanya again? Because I have a feeling that if Darren Till loses to Marvin Vettori, Israel Adesanya will not take that fight. He will fight Robert Whittaker again. I have a feeling. But we are out of time. Thank you guys for joining me. Quickly, looks like Derek Brunson's in the interview zone, and we're going to see what he has to say. Let's see if he calls anybody out. Right now, he is 1 below Anderson Silva for most wins in middleweight history. Derek Brunson saying he wanted to knock Kevin Holland out, but it can't be pretty. Every fight can't be pretty, you know. Said he wants a top 5 opponent. He said he wants Costa. What a fight that would be. Costa versus Brunson. Well, we will have to see if that is what they do in the near future. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is David Hanson. Thank you for checking out my MMA show, and we will be back soon with much more content. Thanks again, guys. Like and subscribe. Peace.